Let me ask Shehzad. Let me ask Shehzad on this whole issue of Vanshvad and corruption, the two social evils that the Prime Minister said he wants to get rid of. On Vanshvad, Anshul Avijit is saying, you welcome Jyotiraditya Scindia, Jitin Prasada, or RPN saying all of these so-called dynasts from the Congress party, and you give them ministerial portfolios. So how are you keeping your word on Vanshvad when there's a red carpet for all these folks, and also the corruption allegation that, whether it is Shuvendu Adhikari, Narayan Rane, etc., come to your party, and suddenly the corruption allegations are in the back burner? Shehzad.
Surprise, Zaka, that Prime Minister did not name any person, personality, state or party, but Congress party took it so personally. That means Congress party knows that it is identified with corruption and parivarvaad. So कहते हैं ना चोर की दाढ़ी और मूंछ में तिनका. So I think that has helped. Now, secondly, Zaka, I was just explaining half an hour ago on your channel that if Zaka Jacob goes and his son Junior Jacob comes and becomes the anchor without having competence, that is parivarvaad. But if Zaka Jacob's son is talented and he gets a job in media, that's not parivarvaad. So I am saying that which are these parties that reserve a position of the Prime Minister or the presidency for their children? It is the Congress, Samajwadi, RJD, JDS, NCP, Uddhav Sena, all of them have reserved the position for one family. And that is the bane of this country, socially and politically, because you put parivar above performance. That is the point that Prime Minister is trying to make, that let's put performance above parivar, let's put merit above, mera baap kaun hai, mera dada kaun hai, meri mami kaun hai, all of this culture. And that is what Prime Minister is saying. Now, why is Congress taking it so personally? They can answer. As far as corruption is concerned, Zaka, when courts of law are saying that yes, prima facie, there is evidence that you have indulged in corruption, and you get no relief from Supreme Court, High Court, be it in Partha scam, be it in Satyendra Jain scam, or be it in Sonia Rahul scam, then I think you should try and not make these allegations against the court of law that the courts are acting in a vindictive manner. You should have...
Give me a moment. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're getting live pictures from the Wagah-Atari border of the exchange of sweets that's happening between troops of India and Pakistan. Of course, yesterday on Pakistan's Independence Day, there were sweets exchanged as well. And today, despite the rain, despite the inclement weather there, you can see troops of the Indian BSF as well as the Pakistani Rangers there exchanging sweets and accepting each other's greetings for Independence Day. So that's a nice visual that's coming from the Wagah-Atari border, despite, like I said, despite the inclement weather, despite the rain there. But let me, even as we are playing out those pictures, let me go back to our guest. Let me go back to Ashok Wankhede. I think the point that Shehzad is making, Ashok Wankhede, is in Uddhav Thackeray's party, after Uddhav, Aditya will become the party president. That's a said and an unsaid rule. Whereas in Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena, you don't know after Eknath Shinde who is going to be the leader of that party. In the Maharashtra BJP, after Devendra Fadnavis, you don't know who is going to be the leader of that party. That is the point about Vanshvad that the Prime Minister was also stressing on today.
Exactly. So Mr. Sharda was also saying that in BJP, all these Vanshvad people, they work from the grassroots and then come to the power. Similarly, there are other parties also. People work from the grassroots and come to the power. Now, Eknath Shinde's son was never activist in any of the Shiv Sena posts, but he became member of parliament from Shiv Sena. That time, BJP was saying it is a Vanshvad. Now, Eknath Shinde is with them, it's not a Vanshvad. I am not saying about the political parties as such. I am saying if the political parties Vanshvad को खत्म करना है, तो वंशवाद वाली पार्टी के साथ संबंध भी नहीं रखने चाहिए. Then why you need a support of Chautala Parivar in Haryana? Why you need a support of BJD or that Raj Shankar Reddy's this Jagan Reddy's party now and then? That's what my point is. I am saying you have to practice it within yourself first. I am not defending any Vanshvad. Rather, Vanshvad has killed. I am with the Prime Minister. But then the Prime Minister should make a point, whether we come to power or not, whether we get Satta or not. We should not touch these Vanshwadi parties. Because if you touch them, then it becomes a practice. When you can also do the same thing, then Congress does the same thing, then everybody does the same.
I also want to play out a portion of the Prime Minister's speech.
Said, Rana,
at different points in the speech, in the 90-minute long speech, he talked about Nari Shakti.